this is my colorful Christmas village, and today I can only build with the color brown. Now, I saw a lot of comments for this one, so I'm deciding to combine a bunch of them together. This brown build will be the gingerbread reindeer ranch and hot chocolate shop. I actually think it's a cute combo. We'll have a section for the reindeer, a home for the owner, and a cozy shop to buy hot chocolate. Look at this. We have a brown gingerbread reindeer ranch and hot chocolate shop. Starting with the reindeer ranch, I kept this lower level of the build and this front outside area just for them. I went ahead and I marked out where I wanted stalls to go. So let's actually build those. I don't think I want to use this block though. I want to use the mud on the ground and the ceiling. There we go. Now, I'm obviously not gonna leave it like that. I want to do some kind of like bloop, 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 bloop. You know, let's build up these sides a bit. Then maybe we have to bring these down. Wait, that's kind of cute. And also, I like this too. And then I was thinking we can have some slabs like this so we can hang lanterns from them. Wait, I like this. Okay, now we just need to separate the areas a little bit more. I picked out two types of fences and gates, so we can either do this dark oak or we can do this acacia. I think I like the lighter one. So now on each one of these sections, we can add some fences and gates. And with some more mud blocks, we can create separate stalls. I want each one of these walls to have a window because it's a little dark down here. So let me just grab some of this brown glass and we can fill up the windows. Maybe to give it a more finished look, we can add a couple of mud slabs on the tops of each one. And now we can add some reindeer stuff. I know these items aren't exclusively brown, but the carrots are in a brown barrel. Oh, should we put these in front of each one of these posts? Yes, absolutely. Wait, everybody gets a barrel of carrots. Then we can also add a bit of hay to each section, even though, yes, it's not brown. Then maybe we can have some loose carrots scattered on the floor. Oh, and we need like little water bowls. There we go. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, you know what we need? Brown fairy lights. Okay, now I know I just put these lanterns out, but what if we broke every other one? That way we can hang some fairy lights and banners. I've got a good feeling about this. Yep. Wait, no, seriously, I love this. Okay, and now, you guys already know this, but I do not have reindeer in my game. But I do have a couple of deer lights. And I have a reindeer doormat. Hold on. We gotta put that there. Maybe we actually put 3 like this. Then we could put 3 on this side. And now we can add some of these Christmas decorations to all of the stalls. Look at how cute. Look at all our reindeer. Okay, now I want to create an area outside for them too, so they're not just stuck in their pens all day. So maybe with some more mud blocks, we can create a little outdoor area that connects to the stalls like this. Now let's just grab the fences that we used inside so that the outside can match. And maybe with a couple of mud brick blocks, we can kind of beef up the fence a bit. Oh, that's perfect. Wait, we need a way to get in. Hold on. Maybe because this is kind of a weird spot, we can build an entrance here. Now let me just grab these gates. And now we have an outdoor area. Obviously, we're not gonna leave it empty though. Let's scatter some more carrots around. We'll definitely need some more water bowls. Then we can add some hay. And our pretend reindeer. As a final touch over the entrance to the reindeer ranch, we can have some fairy lights and banners. And now that this section is done, we can work on the hot chocolate shop. So this side of the build is the hot chocolate shop, and yes, it is 2 floors. So down here, let's make the actual shop part where you can order hot chocolate and a couple of pastries. Let's put a sink in the middle of this wall with a couple of drawers. Then we can just have the counter go straight across the room. Not exactly at the sides, but close to either side. I want to have a display counter because I figured we could use those shop displays that have pastries and donuts. Now on either side of these displays, we can have some registers. On this back wall, we can make a menu. And behind the counter, I want to put this pastry display in this corner, another one over here. Then we can just have some espresso machines, but pretend they're hot chocolate machines. And then I want to add a bunch of mugs. Maybe we can move this up a block. That way across the whole back wall, we can have our mugs. Wait, that's cute. We could put the menu maybe all the way across too. I don't really know what I'm gonna put in the menu spot. Does this mug work in an item frame? No. Okay, wait. We have chocolate bars, chocolate syrup, and this isn't brown, but it's technically hot chocolate. It says it's hot chocolate, but it's like red. Interesting. Ta-da! Do you think we can make a sign that says hot chocolate? It might be too many letters. Wait a minute. Hot chocolate. No! Okay, how about just hot cocoa? That works. Okay, now in the rest of the space, we obviously need to have some seating. So we could probably fit about 4 tables in here. We can add some matching chairs. And on each table, we can add some hot chocolate or pastry. So this table gets hot chocolate. This one gets hot chocolate. This one gets cookies. And this one gets cake. Now to make the floor look a little less boring, I do want to add a checker printed carpet. It kind of looks like a cookie. Then we can add some more carpet up by the counter. And maybe by the windows, we can have some curtains. Obviously, this is an issue, so we're gonna have to move these. It's fine. We could just move them up a block. That way, our windows can have full curtains. Now, I don't have any brown paper lanterns, but I do have the cream one, which is technically really light brown. So we could just add a couple of them to this room. And hanging over the main counter, we can add some pendant lights. For the second floor of this shop, I want to make this more like a cozy hot chocolate lounge. So maybe we can have a small counter up here as like a refuel spot if you don't want to walk all the way downstairs. We can just have a singular register, some hanging mugs, a hot cocoa sign, and a cup of hot chocolate. Now, I actually don't like how plain this back wall is, so I'm turning it into a window. Then in the rest of the space, we can make a cozy lounge. Let's put a chair here, another chair there. Then we can have a sofa this way, another small one by the window. We can add a couple of ottoman stools, and then we need some lamps. Ooh. Okay, wait, then we also need some carpet. We can add some more by these chairs. Then on this table, we can have a chocolate croissant. Over here, we can have hot chocolate. And I want to have a record player. Now, there is this cute little balcony off of the second floor, so we could put some extra chairs out here too. And then all around this room, we'll add some more banners and fairy lights. On the upper left side of this build, we have the house for the shop owner. And I think that this area is perfect for a living room. Now, I don't have a brown Christmas tree, but I do think we could get away with the multicolored one. The stump's kind of brown. Oh, that's so cute. Also, wait, before I forget, I found this cute little Christmas tree doormat that we could put here. And honestly, we should add this to the upstairs hot chocolate shop too. But okay, back to the living room. I want to put some curtains on these windows. And do I have brown presents? Is there anything brown? No. Okay, wait, what if I gift? Ah! And then what if I also just typed in brown? Maybe that would help too? We have some brown toys, little bunnies, plushies. But I think that's our only present. It's okay, we'll make it work. The first thing I want to do is make a tree skirt under this Christmas tree. Then around it, we can have some present boxes. And mixed in with the presents, we can add some open toys like this bear, this bunny plushie, a little sheep plushie, and I'm pretty sure I have other brown toys. The train! Oh, we have a checker set. Oh, this little rocking horse is cute. Okay, perfect. Can we put the train going around the present? Kind of, that's cute. Then maybe here we can have some checkers. And over here, we can have the rocking horse. Oh my gosh, it's a unicorn. Now, above this Christmas tree, we're obviously gonna add some fairy lights. And I also want to add a couple more of these paper lanterns. pretty. Now, can I make some side windows here? Yeah, these look out. Okay, hold on. We are making more windows. And if we wanted to, we can add some counters under these windows. Oh, you know what? Better yet, we can add bookshelves. Maybe along this whole back wall. Then maybe we could have more presents on here. We could have a record player. And we can add a couple of books. Now, I wanted to add a fireplace, but now I don't know where to put that. Oh, you know what? We can make one of those double-sided fireplaces. I want this area to be a kitchen, so we could totally build it like along this balcony so that the kitchen could have a fireplace and so can the living room. I want to make it out of mud. Is that cool? It's definitely different. But now that we have a fireplace, we can add our stockings. Oh, I love that. Do we have any wreaths that are brown? Oh, this one has pine cones on it. Yes. On this mantle, we can add a gingerbread house. Then we can have some little gingerbread guys. I kind of want to do the same thing to this side too. And I also found a sled that we could put there. Okay, now for this living room, because there's a fireplace there and the Christmas tree is here, maybe we can do like a back-to-back couch. Like this. That way you can sit here and enjoy the fire, or you can sit here and enjoy the Christmas tree. Let's just add a little ottoman here, an ottoman here. We can add another carpet underneath both couches. And then we can add some tables with lamps. I actually think I want to add a couple of more lantern lights, but the ceilings are very, very tall. So maybe we could build some little cross beams and hang them from there. Now for the kitchen, because this is pretty wide, I'm not gonna fill up the entire wall. I think I'm gonna leave like a 3-block gap on the sides. That way we can have some more windows. I also do want to put a window under here. And above that, we can have our upper cabinets. Oh, you know what? We should probably put a window here too. Does that match? No. Why is this window like this? There we go. Now they match. While I'm on the topic of windows, we can put a couple of banners on these side ones. And now we could do the rest of the kitchen. Now I want to do an island. Hopefully this isn't too close to the fire. Then we can just add some stools. In the middle of this window, we can add our sink. And then I don't have any brown appliances, so we're just gonna default to white. So here's our stove. Here's our dishwasher. We could put our fridge on the end. Honestly, let's just do 2. We can extend our cabinets by a block. And then on the counter, we can have our pretend hot chocolate machine and a toaster. Now over on the island, I do have some yummy brown desserts, like some cookies, this Yule log, and some gingerbread cookies. Wait, maybe we swap this with this? Yeah. Oh, and then we can add some cups of hot chocolate. Ta-da! Now over by the sink, we could just add a little bit of carpet. Wouldn't it be cute to put like a bunch of gingerbread houses on top of these cabinets? I think it's cute. And then wait, what about like little poinsettia flowers? Technically we could use this because the dirt is brown. Oh my gosh. Maybe on the sides of the island, we can add storage for mugs. And then above the island, we can add some pendant lights. Now upstairs in this baby loft, this feels like the perfect place for a library. I know this fireplace kind of blocks a lot of the view now, but it's so cozy how you can see the living room from up here. Ah, it's a vibe. So basically, let's add some cozy seating. We can have a couple of ottomans, and then obviously a table with a lamp on it. Now around these couches, we can have a couple of stacks of books. Whoa, those are cute. Oh, I love these. We technically do have space to add books along this wall by the windows. Along these bookshelves, we can add some more books. Then we can add a bit of carpet, banners, and fairy lights. On the final floor of this house, we have space for a bedroom that even has a balcony. We should totally put some more chairs out here. Now, typically when I decorate bedrooms, I like to put the bed against the wall, but this is the only flat wall and these are angled, so maybe because we come up the stairs this way, we could put the bed here. Let's just build this wall down a bit. And now we can add our bed. I think I want this block to be the headboard. Then we could just add our bed and build a frame around it. We could add some nightstands on the sides with some lamps. Do you think we could add a little window? Wait, that would be cute there. I kind of feel like over here we can slightly modify the roof to fit in a closet. So let's do something like this. And maybe on the sides, we can add some shoes. Now, in the corner over here, I think it would be cute to have a pet bed. Over here, we can have some food and water bowls. Actually, maybe let's put the pet bed over here by this bed. And in the corner here, we can have a baby Christmas tree. Around this tree, we could have a couple more presents and some gingerbread guys. We can add some carpet to the floor. And on the ceiling, we can have some banners, fairy lights, and some more hanging lanterns. The Gingerbread Reindeer Ranch and Hot Chocolate Shop is officially complete. Let's go on a tour. So here's the outside of the build. On the left over here, we have the little reindeer ranch. First, we have this outdoor pen area. And then underneath the house, we have a whole stable section. We have individual pens for all of our pretend reindeer. They've got hay, they've got water, and obviously carrots. On the right side of the build, we have the hot chocolate shop. And on this bottom floor, this is where you would order that. So we've got the front hot cocoa section with some pastries and cookies and donuts to buy. We've got a couple of tables to sit at. And then the second floor of the shop is more like a lounge. So there is a little refuel station up here. And then the rest of the room is just kind of cozy couch vibes. Now, I did decorate this hallway that connects the shop to the house just by adding some walls and slabs to kind of make it a little less boring. But on the other side of this hot chocolate shop, we have the house. So over here, we have the living room. In this section, we have a Christmas tree with our brown presents and toys. We've got a couple of books on the wall with a record player. And over here, we've got a double couch with a double fireplace. On the other side of our double fireplace, we have the kitchen. If you go up these stairs, we have a cozy reading room. And on the very top level, we have the bedroom. So what do you think of the brown house? Do you like the reindeer ranch or the hot chocolate shop better? Let me know your favorite part in the comments below, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe.